50 years after the final Harry Potter book, Harry Potter is now headmaster of Hogwarts, ready to usher in a brand new generation of witches and wizards. My name's Radio Mike, and I love Harry Potter. In fact, I love Harry Potter so much that when I was a kid, I wrote a series of 7 Harry Potter fan fiction novels. This is book 3 in that series. Welcome to Harry Potter and the Commentors from Azkaban. Everyone, welcome to Harry Potter and the Boys, the show that didn't see Todd McKenney this week. Sam Garlep is here.
Yeah, I am. And Todd McKenney isn't. Unfortunately, we tried to get him. We thought who would be the best new guest for this podcast. We thought
Todd McKenney. Yeah, but he's not on. Now, That's a little Easter egg for the Patreon, patreon.com/Harry Potter and the Boys. We love Easter eggs.
Oh my God. Do I love Easter eggs? Yes.
The chocolate kind and the hidden secret kind.
I'm trying to think which actually gives me more satisfaction. I'd
say the chocolate kind.
I would say the chocolate kind.
Yeah.
And they're less work, aren't they?
Yeah. You don't have to go hunting. That's the guy from the other movie, little Easter egg.
You do kind of hunt for Easter egg. Well, that's the whole point.
You hunt for them. Yeah, that's why they're called Easter eggs.
We don't have to hunt for them anymore. We just go down and play Coles.
Yeah.
The day after Easter.
Yeah.
Buy them on special.
10-cent Easter eggs.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Crazy stuff.
And we're not endorsing Coles, by the way.
No, not
Coles, Woolies, whatever. If there's a sponsorship out there,
we're open.
We're in.
We're open to a sponsorship.
Yeah.
But
whichever of the big supermarkets which are exploiting Australians right now comes to us first.
Yeah,
we will take your money.
Very happy. Of course, 10 minutes of extra content before every episode, only on Patreon. So just get on there. It's some of the best content we do.
Some of the bloody best.
It's some of the best.
It's some of the best. If you're looking at the entirety of everything we do,
even outside of this podcast, the entirety of the canon of Sam and Mike individually.
Yeah.
It's some of the best.
Yeah.
It's in the top 50%.
Yeah, it could be in the top 99%. So it's not saying much. But,
but I guess that, yes. Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
I guess yes, sorry.
Yeah.
I guess yes, sorry.
Hey, I saw on the way back from Coles, funnily enough, God, we're mentioning you'd want to get a sponsorship from them.
You really would. If anyone works at Coles, actually, I do know people that work at Coles.
Oh, do you? You worked for Coles at one
point. I worked for Coles.
You did their training videos.
Yeah. If you've been trained by me at a Coles Local.
You said this last time.
Yeah, okay. Jeez.
I love Coles Local. Coles Local is like the fancy Coles, and it's good. Like the stuff they have there is great.
And they do try to be like, okay, it's Camberwell. Do we have people that make coffee beans in Camberwell?
Yes.
Do we have that kind of shit?
On the way back, bumped into fellow podcaster and friend of mine and yours, possibly.
I've met him. He's more friends than my sister, actually.
Oh, Alex Dyson from Matt and Alex.
Yeah, we should probably say who it is.
He knows your sister?
Yeah.
Which one?
Liv.
How?
You listeners won't know, but my sister is she's like the head of community and events for Lululemon in Australasia.
Yes, because me and you went to an event for Lululemon.
Yeah.
Where we saw Luke Darcy, the football player, who I worked on his breakfast radio show for a period of about 2 months.
Yes.
Most of which I was really depressed because I had to get up at 4 a.m.
It was really funny to have a conversation with a former AFL footballer.
Football star. Yes.
Then he approached you and us.
Yes.
Because there was obviously no one else there. No, sorry. He would have approached you anyway, I'm sure. But he's like, Mike, how are you? This is my wife. And we're
absolute legend, Luke Darcy.
He was so lovely.
If I could, every interaction I've ever had with an AFL player, Luke Darcy was probably the nicest.
And it really wasn't it didn't feel like if you meet like a random other celebrity or like an influencer or whatever. He was like, oh yeah, so tell me about you. He was just like very lovely.
Very normal dude, and didn't feel like, even if it was, oh, you're the only person I know here, so I'm going to talk. He didn't have to talk to us. He was with his wife.
Yeah, he could have just stood there.
He could have just talked to his wife and just said hi, like from afar, which he did at first.
Yeah,
he nodded at me and
eaten lots of the free food, of which there was a lot.
We did that a lot. But he came over and he's like, Mike, how are you? And I said, oh, I'm good. This is my friend Sam. And I introduced. Great. And that was all because of Liv, who knows Alex.
And I was like, can I take a specky on you? And that is when he left. Please. So Alex Dyson has had a bit to do with Lululemon as well. And they did a retreat. It was like a 10-day retreat.
Oh.
My sister kind of ran it and Alex Dyson was on it, and he discovered himself and his vulnerabilities and blah, blah, blah. Who bloody cares?
Who cares about that shit?
All that woo-woo stuff.
Woo-woo lemon.
Oh, my God.
Thank you.
That's really good.
Thanks, man.
All right. Yeah, so you ran into Alex Dyson.
Alex Dyson, who don't think this is doxing him, but he does live next door to me. In a street that is filled with celebrities, okay?
Yeah.
You know,
it really is a hotbed around here, isn't it?
Yeah, because Goldstein lives on this in this street, I'm pretty sure.
Todd Goldstein?
No, Mike Goldstein.
Todd Goldstein.
Who's Todd Goldstein?
We're talking about a lot of Todds about this episode.
It's the Todd special.
It's the Todd special. Todd Goldstein is the current Essendon ruckman, but former North Melbourne ruckman.
Oh, you'd think I'd know that because I support Essendon.
Yeah, and he's a good recruit. Yeah, he's a 300+ gamer.
Speaking of footy, bloody Essendon Carlton, you're Carlton.
Yeah,
aren't you?
yeah.
You guys flogged us. Me and Claire watched it because she's Carlton. Everyone in my life is Carlton. So you watched it and
you didn't notice Todd Goldstein out there? He's the ruckman.
I have never heard of Todd Goldstein.
Oh my God.
I haven't.
That's because this is probably his entire career has been in your blank spot of footy, which is
which is my whole life.
Yeah, your whole life, 20 years.
That was unfortunate.
So funny. Sorry, you ran to Alex Dyson.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And I said, we were chatting, and then I said, oh, hey, do you know my friend Sam Gallup? He's like, yes.
Cool.
Yeah, because you did the thing at his Comedy Republic venue. And I said, mate, just because you're next door, you should come over one day and do our Harry Potter podcast with us. It's like I wrote this fan fiction because I was you know me, how usually I'm like, oh yeah, I do this fucking stupid podcast, and I'm a piece of shit, and I don't deserve to be alive.
You do that.
You would hate it.
Don't trust me. You'd hate it.
It's embarrassing. I'm the laughing stock of the industry. That's what I usually do. But I've been practicing. I'm seeing a psych again, and I've been practicing more like self-compassion. And why do I come from my own work with shame? Hang on, that sounded really wrong. Why do I come from my own work with shame?
Wow, is that your psychology? They're like, now why'd you say come?
Why do I always bring shame when I talk about my work? So I was like, I'm just going to practice just not doing that and see the results. So I said, hey, come over and do my Harry Potter podcast. I'd love to have you. He's like, yeah, man, I'd love to. What days do you do what time? I said, this day, this time. He said, I'd be happy to. So, potential future guest episode with Triple J Radio Royalty and current podcaster Alex Dyson may be happening.
Wow. And former Lululemon retreat attendee.
Yes. And now I'm realizing he may have just been being polite. So maybe we've now promised something that we can't deliver on, which does feel like the mantra of this podcast.
But I'll tell you what's good. If he doesn't come on, it now just reflects badly on him because everyone knows about it now.
you know that phrase that's like under promise, over deliver. I feel like our podcast is over promise, under deliver.
Yeah. But I actually think that is what most things are.
Yeah, true.
Even though they under promise, over deliver, no one does that. Everyone over promises.
Yeah, and under delivers.
Absolutely.
And then goes, and here's an invoice.
That's good. No, it's good. That was a positive. That's a positive response.
Thanks, man.
You put it out there.
I'm going to tell my therapist about it.
Yeah. I'm just picturing your psychologist be like, yeah, you should have confidence in your podcast, whatever. And I'm picturing them in a room after you leave, like with their headphones in, listening, and then they just take them out and they go,
I've given him the wrong advice.
Oh God, you're like I can't sit. They're like Michael's here. They're like, tell him I'm out.
It's like that. Have you seen that Seinfeld episode where George is seeing the therapist and they're writing the pilot TV show and he gives the script to the therapist. And all he really wants is her to say, "It's so good, George, well done." And he's like, "So, did you read the pilot?" And she's like, "I did. I just didn't find it very funny." And and then he gets into an argument with her. "You didn't find it funny." It was really good. Oh, man.
Oh, that's good stuff. We're both wearing Harry Potter scarves as well, which were found out on the road outside your old apartment.
My old apartment, we found 2 Harry Potter scarves. I've never worn them.
Have you washed them?
No.
Okay.
Can you wash a scarf?
Yeah, sure.
Maybe we should have washed them before putting them on.
Actually, they might shrink, and they're quite small. You don't want them to shrink.
Can I say your Slytherin one looks like a lower quality scarf than this Ravenclaw
Absolutely.
one? Do you agree? Like material and build, everything about it.
Totally, yeah.
Can I say, if Daiso does come on, like we've never done me, you, and a guest, but that's how I'm envisioning it. Me,
I think
you,
so.
and Daiso.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, great. Cool.
But I think he would then read it, and
yes, and
I'd just be special comments.
You'd be special comments, yeah. Director's
I'd
commentary.
be like, "Oh, Daiso, trust me, it's always like this." Bloody Mike, he's always.
Daiso's bloody not coming back.
Prepare yourself, mate. Yeah.
Speaking of speaking of previous guests, of course, last week we were talking about Ryan Shelton's episode and his infamous words of when I asked him, "Will you listen again?" And he said, "Well, you never know." And we asked listeners to do a 1,000 word essay on the meaning behind that phrase.
Now, we thought, will anyone do the essay? Will people really, respond, to this? Is it possible? Could anyone actually get this essay out?
Yes.
And? Yeah.
So you want me to... Power listener Bella comes through again.
Oh,
well done, Bella.
Well done, Bella.
Sent a massive essay, and it's actually so long we're not going to read it. I'm going to actually record it as a bonus episode so you can hear Bella's entire essay. It's fantastic. And she does analyze Ryan's comments. Now, little update. I sent the essay to Ryan.
Oh, sorry, because at the end of the essay...
Yes.
There's a bit where she does say she tried to contact Ryan Shelton.
Yes, and did not hear back.
I love it. It's like when they do at the end of a news article. Reached out to
Cardinal George Pell was approached for comment.
Yes. So, no comment. Because they kind of do it like, well, I did my reached out and they didn't respond.
Yeah, it always reflects poorly on the person who didn't respond.
I was watching Sky News for work. I had to watch it.
Yeah. The Erin Molan show.
Yes, it was Erin Molan. And she was talking about a thing about Albo, the Prime Minister, blah, blah. She's like, well, she's like, well, I know he's busy, but I texted Albo late last night.
He's the Prime Minister of Australia.
Late last night, and then her thing's on the next afternoon. Late last night, no response. I'm like, sorry, you texted the Prime Minister 16 hours ago and he hasn't responded. And she's like, and he had no response. I'm like, well, maybe. And he's like, why the fuck is Erin Molan texting me?
But also, like, you don't ask someone for comment on a political matter in text. It's usually more formal than that. It's like, hey, Albo, any comments on cost of living?
But she's like, well, isn't that telling?
He's not going to issue a statement via text.
Yeah. Sorry, this is derailed. We're talking about.
We love derailing. So I actually sent the essay to Ryan.
Wow.
And Ryan loved it. He was like, this is great.
Oh my God.
Like, awesome you have listeners like that.
Yeah.
And, I love Ryan. Always been very supportive in me and my career.
Oh, legend.
And to a lesser extent, you and your career by proxy because you're associated with me.
That's really nice. So he knows about me now.
Yeah. And I said to Ryan, hey, mate, would you jump on the phone with us on the pod sometime and just you tell us what did you mean by those comments? He said, I'd love to. I definitely will. I'm in America for 5 weeks, but when I'm back, I will jump on. So another promise that we may not deliver is that will be happening on the pod.
The thing is, they don't have phones in America. Everyone knows that. There are no phones.
And, you can't contact someone while they're overseas these
No,
days. It's
no.
impossible. What is it, bloody
Sorry, where is-
2,500?
Where is he in America?
I don't know.
But he's in America.
The States, yeah.
Yeah, let's say, what's the time in New York right now?
Yeah, but I think his thing was he wants to be on holidays and not do a podcast,
okay.
yeah.
It's 8:56 p.m.
That's pretty late.
Come on, he's having a red wine.
Yeah, true. Anyway,
He's out of the bloody Empire State Building. Is that there? Yeah.
it's in New York, isn't it?
Yeah, that's good then.
Yeah.
I'm assuming he's in New York. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Also, I'm going to be doing an owl post this week as well because I haven't done
Oh my
mine
God,
either.
you are coming in thick and fast with
bam.
We've got 2 new potential guests, an hour post, another bonus ep.
What have you brought to the show?
Well, what have I brought? Okay. Oh God. Oh well, it was funny you put so that we had the earring chat last week.
Photo is up on Instagram, which a lot of people had to ask for, which we probably should have had the initiative to just do. But
It was funny. Then you text me. Oh, can I have that photo of your girlfriend's earrings? I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, sure. Anyway, I didn't run that. I did not
it's
run
actually-
that. I did not run that by Mel.
Mel's private earring collection is not.
And then
for
I just get a
public.
text message from her being like, "What the hell?"
Was she upset?
She's like, "Why am my earrings on Instagram?"
Yeah, but it's not like a private photo.
No. And she was like, and the other thing was, I was like, yeah, whatever. It was like not even just a story. It's main feed. It's on the grid.
Yeah. I guess we forget that like the other people in our lives don't necessarily want to be involved in what we do.
I know, but it's hard not to involve them.
Yeah, it's true. Because they're part of our lives and we love them.
Okay. I'm trying to think.
Honestly, it sounds a lot like you don't have anything to bring, but you're like,
got a few things.
I got something. Come on.
So I spent the week in kind of around Wonthaggi, Inverloch,
Regional Victoria.
Regional Victoria, the kind of Gippsland area.
Yeah.
Pretty cold this time of year because that's where Mel's working out at
It's
the moment.
bloody cold in Melbourne. Look outside. It's grey. It's raining. You can't even see the tops of the.
But then it's nice. That's why I like doing a morning podcast.
Yeah.
When it's a bit glum outside.
Yeah.
Some
we
people
got the heater on. We're chilling.
Yeah, I like podcasting in the morning. Some people like to podcast at night.
Nah. Morning pods.
A bit of maybe an afternoon pod. A bit of recording light delight. I think you go for
recording what?
a recording light delight, like an afternoon delight.
Not your best.
Not my best, but
Still good.
Anyway, I was down there. We went around a few places like this, regional town. It's like a coal mining town.
Yeah.
And they have you can go to the old coal mine and they've got like a full
that.
little town set up.
Yeah.
There were no actors there, which I was disappointed in. I was like, maybe
Like a Sovereign Hill kind of vibes,
But it was so, there was like a train. There was they had all their all these pictures and all these things, like all their old tools and all their old work stamps and names of people. And in one room, there was a joke in there, which I thought could relate to a character in our book.
Okay. Oh, so an original character, not a legacy Harry Potter character.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is the joke.
Yep.
What do you get when you throw a piano down a mine shaft?
It's already funny. I don't even care.
That's amazing. I was like, this is about our book.
I mean, if it says Piano Jones is the answer.
Well, like, what do you get when you throw a piano down a mine shaft? I'm thinking some squashed children and an amazing symphony.
Yeah.
Amazing sound.
So, and Simon Cowell presence as well.
Yeah. So, but I would like you to guess. Do you think you can deduce what the answer?
What do you get when you throw
a piano down a mine shaft?
I know what it is.
Yeah?
It's gonna be something minor, like in A minor, B minor, C minor.
You're so close.
D minor.
Because
Is it a D minor?
No,
like
no.
a dead minor?
No.
A minor scale? A minor guitar?
What do you get when you throw a piano down a mine shaft? A flat minor. A flat minor.
That's really
I was like,
funny.
bloody.
That's
amazing.
That is really good.
And then Simon Cowell comes out and goes, "You've got to come audition.
Simply
You've got
must
to audition.
come and audition.
You
I've
must audition.
never seen a piano like you.
Piano, are you taking us seriously? I've got to take you to. I'll
Get
make
in the
you, I'll make you a
Cowmobile.
star.
That's very good.
Also, when we were leaving this place, Mel and I, we went. This won't go up on the Instagram, I don't think. We were like,
I don't think.
We saw one of those things of like, put your face in there and get a photo.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. And we're like, let's do that. But, no one's around. We tried to set up a timer.
Yeah.
Well, we didn't really care. We're like, this is just funny. And then like this lady with like purple hair comes down. She's like, oh, do you want me to take a photo for you? We're like, oh, no, it's okay. She's like, I'll take a photo for you. Come on. I'm like, okay. Proceeds to take the worst, cuts out half the thing, takes a photo. But she definitely just came over for the chat, this lady, right?
Right.
And it made me...
She start yapping away.
I think we spent more time yapping to her than we did in the in the coal mine. I was ready to throw myself down a mine shaft, if you know what I mean. It got me thinking of Mad Eye Moody. because
I love the way you make these links.
Because it's funny that his name is Mad Eye Moody.
Yes.
Imagine
his name is Alistair Moody.
Yeah, but people call him Mad Eye.
Yeah.
Yeah, but because he's like, but he identifies as Mad Eye Moody.
Yes, he's comfortable with it. It seems like
it's pretty rude, isn't it?
It is a little bit.
Because he's obviously had a severe accident.
Yes.
Had a replacement eye, which boggles around.
Yeah.
Like, Mad Eye.
I guess it is. It's sort of like I mean, I don't even want to make a link, but it's like if someone in real life had like something like that, you wouldn't go and be like, oh, it's bloody Mad Eye,
Yeah, but I guess he's owning it, which remind me, because this lady goes, oh, how are you? Well, they call me Mad Jenny around here. Mad Jenny.
But I like that because it's clear to me that Jenny, she knows she's a bit out there,
And God, she told us about her whole life.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What was the most fucked thing she's done?
She's like, oh God, geez. Well, there was a bit of, she's like, I couldn't sleep this morning. So 4:30 a.m. went into my neighbour's yard, stole all the lemons from their tree. These young boys living, they're lovely. But then I felt bad. So then I made them a lemon tart, lemon meringue tart or something. Brought that over to them this morning. Now I'm here learning about my family. Of course, my dad died when I was 5, so my stepfather raised me. My son, the maddest thing she said was my son died. Shit, my son died, years ago. I mean, I miss him, but I wouldn't wish him back.
What? That's like the opposite of Harry Potter.
Yeah.
To make another link.
Yeah.
Like Harry's parents died and he wishes they're back every day. She's like, my son dies. I do miss him, but I'm all good with it.
Yes, yeah. The context was then he had some medical issues, but she didn't tell us that until, for 5 more minutes. And we're like, oh my God, this Mad Jenny has like murdered her son or something.
Oh God. She's like Paul the local murderer.
Yeah.
But I guess there's another link because Paul the local murderer in our book, he seems fine with being known as the local murderer.
Yeah.
But like if we went downstairs and, there was someone there and it's like, it's Trevor the local murderer. Like you wouldn't think they'd be happy to be known as that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Most people aren't owning that they're murderers.
Yeah, I guess question for the listeners. I mean, do you have a nickname that you're owning? Are you owning your
you owning your somewhat negative nickname?
Yeah.
Call us up.
You might be called, bloody tiny Tony.
Yeah.
You might be called Mad Mike. Okay, Mad is the only one I've got so far.
You could be Idiot Dave,
Are you Idiot Dave?
But I feel like if you're owning Idiot Dave, then it's something deep. Like there's some self-esteem issues there that you need to work through.
Yeah.
Because if everyone's like, oh, you're such an Idiot Dave, you're Idiot Dave. And you're like, I am Idiot Dave.
I mean, don't speak like that. That's
Next minute, Idiot Dave pops up in Harry Potter. I mean, there was Idiot McLoserface or something in this book. Hopeless McDopeless.
Oh, Hopeless McDopeless.
Anyway.
Complete tangent, not related to Harry Potter.
Yeah. Okay. God, we've been yapping a bit. We're like we're like Mad Jane.
Oh, Mad Jenny.
Mad Jenny.
And my only link to this, how can I make this about Harry Potter? The maze in the Triwizard Tournament.
Yes.
Getting to your place is absolutely impossible.
Oh, I know.
It feels like this has been this was like getting to the freaking Philosopher's Stone to get to your house.
Different chambers and
Because I didn't drive here.
Oh, mate.
When I said to you, I think I might walk, you weren't like, you didn't message me like, yeah, good, it's impossible to get to my house.
Yeah, didn't think about it.
You didn't think about that?
Roadworks on every side.
If I tried to drive here, I wouldn't have made it much further past my house.
Yeah.
You have got roadworks on either side, a construction site basically in There's 3 construction sites surrounding your building.
Yeah, I know.
To the point
It's so frustrating.
I had to do a whole loop of it, and even then, I think I had to walk through a construction site. They were like, "Oh, you can't really go." I'm like, "How am I supposed to get to this fucking building?"
That's it. And sometimes when I'm walking through, the guy has a go at me. He's like, "Sorry, mate, you're not supposed to use this walkway." And I'm like, "Well, I live here. This is the only way for me to get into my house, or I have to walk all the way around."
No, but the road in front of your place is closed.
Yeah, right. Okay.
The one and then the walkway on the other side is also closed.
Yeah.
There's no way into your building. They're both closed, and they're like, sorry, mate. I'm like, I can't. And they've made it very unclear. They've put the
signs are very unclear,
and the tape in the other street they've put over things like it's tape here and tape there. I'm like, and I found myself, I'm like, I'm on the wrong side of the tape, so I was on the construction side, but like, no one had said anything. I was like, I'm with the machines.
Here's a little link. This is something we should bring up with Alex Dyson because he's probably having the exact same problem. He's right next door.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's get into the fanfic because we've been yapping a lot.
I even had more, but we'll say it.
I even had more.
Yeah.
We pick up at the end of the last chapter the lingering question.
Yeah.
There was one lingering question about Monsieur Chargér and what he was all about. And we are coming dangerously close to the end of the book, or not dangerously. But Sam, we pick up today with chapter 47, and we always start by reading the title of the chapter. And this week, Sam, it is this.
Sorry, do you want me to read it?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Okay. Chapter 47. Tale of the Frenchman.
Ooh. It does feel like the ending.
I like it.
The question will be answered.
Yeah, like we're getting like an origin story, like a flashback. Like long ago. Here it is.
Yeah, it could be. Like Superman.
1912.
He was from Krypton. Oh, 1912. You reckon it was that long ago?
Yep.
Okay. Well, there's a prediction.
Even though this is set in 2060 or something.
Yeah. No, yeah. Okay. All right, well, let's see what the book has in store for us today. Sam Garlep, love you long time, also short time. Pick it up.
Okay. On the second last day of school, the boys decided to get to the bottom of their questions and approach Cheeseman Damo, who had been suspiciously quiet since the incident in the forest.
Fair enough.
The second last day of school, they're like, we don't want to. The last day of school, we kind of want to relax and get let loose. So let's. It might be a half day, so we don't waste it.
Casual close day tomorrow. We don't want to.
Second last day. If it's awkward, we can avoid him tomorrow. Anyway, when they knocked on his office door, he came to open it, and they noticed him looking at an old photo. It was the same photo the boys had seen on the Shunpike Express back in one of the earlier chapters of the book.
Jesus Christ, that feels like a long time ago. I was living in a different house.
Because Stanley Shunpike took over
the night bus.
The night bus.
Called it the Shunpike Express.
And then in Harry Potter canon, did he die?
I'm pretty sure he did die, yeah.
But, the books work in mysterious ways.
It could be revealed later.
Might be his son, Stanley Shunpike Jr.
True.
Cheeseman Damo, Jordan Borden, Kim Jury, Winston Charger, and Vladek, with Professor Potter there too. All of them standing together, laughing. It was quite ominous, knowing what they knew now.
That is true.
So Harry was there, just having a chuckle with them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look at him now. Okay.
Oh, boys, I'm sorry, I haven't spoken to you much since the night. I've been, a lot of things were revealed that night, and, I felt ashamed.
Oh.
Cheeseman Damo said, wow. You don't need to be ashamed. You were punched in the face. You couldn't help us that night, and we all came out alive, Derek said.
He did make a big deal of being punched in the face and not being able to help the boys.
Exactly. Punch in the face, not that bad. I mean, sorry, it is bad.
It depends.
It is bad, but it's like...
What if it knocked a tooth out or something?
Yeah, no, but he was down for a while. He punched in the face, but he still could be like, now reveal secrets, and he was still talking.
Yeah.
Like after...
True, he was talking a lot.
Maybe after a minute, you go, okay.
I can get back into it.
I've got to get up and do something.
Yes.
Have
you ever been punched in the face?
Have I been punched in the face? I thought I was getting a phone call.
How do I get out of this?
I did do. I think I did like 3 to 6 months of boxing classes.
Right.
So in that sense,
Yeah.
maybe.
Okay.
With gloves.
Yeah.
Maybe in footy as well. Or people I got a few elbows to the face and jumper punches.
And did you come off the field or did you?
No.
Yeah. Just wear it. Cheeseman Damo's a bit more vulnerable than you, clearly.
Yeah. Me and my mate used to do boxing together, and then like we'd end up doing sparring. So you're in there together, and then we'd drive there together, home, and it would be a bit awkward. And I'd say to his dad's place, they'd the night before, and then we'd go to boxing, and then I guess it was a bit awkward in the car ride home if like one of us had obviously kind of come out on top.
Yeah.
And if it was me,
excuse me,
because then I'm like I've kind of just I don't think I'd beat him up completely, but like I had dominated in that sparring, and then he has to drive me home, and then his dad feeds me, and how'd you guys go?
Yeah.
Oh, like Sam kind of probably, I guess he probably beat me.
the shit out of me.
Yeah. So awkward.
Yeah.
So anyway, don't get my bad side. I'll punch you. Not that I meant. Have you been punched in the face? Sorry, I didn't ask.
No,
you.
I don't think so. Oh, actually, yeah, I have.
What?
In like grade 1.
Wow.
Long time ago. Just a guy punched me in the face.
Was it over something or?
Nah, it was actually really weird. A guy in grade 2 just came up to me and like punched me in the face.
Wow.
And then I went to the teacher, was like, oh, this guy in grade 2 punched me in the face. But I guess there was just no evidence. So it was just like, and then nothing happened. I feel like you've just unpacked a memory.
Wow. There was no evidence. Like that's the trouble with that's the trouble with those.
That's the trouble with face punches.
Yeah. And
I guess there would have been evidence if there was bruising on my face.
Wow.
It
And
wasn't that hard.
well, I mean, it's good that Todd McKenney was able to turn it around after that incident of punching the I was trying to get a Todd.
Excuse me?
I was trying to make it like it was a Todd.
True.
All right.
All right, here we go.
Also, I feel like we're both a bit like wintry, like
I'm
lingering.
Getting some
sickness.
scruffles in my throat.
I
do that a lot.
I was kind of sick like last week.
That's all right.
I kind of recovered. Like,
What did you have? Not COVID, I hope.
nah, just like a
Just a common cold.
yeah.
Yeah. What do you think the common cold feels about just being the common cold? You know, COVID gets COVID and there's like bird flu, swine flu. It's just like, just common cold. It's like, oh, excuse me.
Yeah, I don't. Well, I think it would rebrand as like it is popular. It's the most
true.
It's the most popular. Like, you could be called. Oh, it's the popular cold.
That's the PR around it. It's not
If
the
I
common
was
cold,
the common cold's PR, I'd be like, let's rebrand as the popular cold.
Yeah. We are the most used cold out there.
This is like radio surveys. They rebrand. They put everything they can do.
Every show is the most listened to show in Melbourne somehow.
We're the most infectious cold worldwide between ages 35 to 40 of the women's
asterisks.
Yeah, with the asterisk. Yeah. All right. You came out like, not that. I meant all that stuff, about me and Mr. Chargér, Cheeseman Damo said. If you're the HR guy, you shouldn't be having this conversation with
children, yeah.
As in that you loved each other or some shit, Rob said. Yes, Winston and I were in love, Cheeseman Damo said. And alas, I began to fall in love with his doppelganger, Winston Chargér, as well.
Oh, we knew that.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, did he?
What is there to be ashamed of that? What is there to be ashamed of that? I don't think that really makes much sense grammatically.
But I feel like this is very progressive. Well, I mean, not really.
No, the kids are like, hey.
You do you, man.
Yeah. What is there to be ashamed of that, Michael said. That you're in love with a crazy, maniacal killer? I get that.
I get that.
get that.
We've all been there. Ted Bundy.
Yeah. Paul Locomotor. Yes, that. I've never really felt comfortable talking about my relationships like that, Cheeseman said.
This is surprisingly profound.
Yeah, it is.
From young me.
Yeah, but I think he's
he's like, he clearly...
Pat yourself on the back.
But clearly Cheeseman Damo has some shame in his sexuality, which is obviously stupid, but some people historically do feel like that, and that sucks.
Yeah, which I feel like he should be good at dealing with that with HR. But
HR
I guess, HR people, psychologists, the people that are these jobs are usually the craziest people.
I was just thinking, like, just because you're a psychologist, it doesn't mean you don't have issues with your mental health. Like psychs see psychs, you know?
One of my mates who's a psychologist is the craziest guy I've ever met.
Oh, name him.
Sweeney.
Oh, you actually named him?
Yeah.
Or her?
Him.
Him.
He started doing stand-up as well.
Well,
so.
do you think he would he be okay being called Crazy Sweeney? Do you think? Mad Sweeney.
Mad Sweeney or like Wild Sweeney? I don't think I should call him crazy.
Yeah. What about Wacky Sweens?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. He knows that.
Imagine if you're like, I'm seeing a new psych. I really like him. Who is he? Crazy Sweens. Your psych's name is Crazy Sweens.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Nah, he gets it.
He gets it.
Oh, God.
It's okay, Professor Dane. Oh, no, it's not me.
Oh, it's a
here we go.
it's a Dimmy.
I'll give you the fucking lead in. I've never felt really comfortable talking about relationships like that, Cheeseman said.
It's okay, Professor Demo. Oh, I forgot to do the thing that I was going to do.
I don't know.
Maybe I'll do it next week.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, this just reminded me of it. That's all right. I'll do it next week. It's okay, Professor. It's the thing. Remember in the Patreon bonus, I asked you to stand outside so I could get something ready?
Oh, yeah. Why was I standing outside?
All of that was for nothing because I forgot to do it. But
sorry,
we've been going for too long anyway.
So I stood outside for like 5 minutes.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll do it next week. Now it's ready for next week.
Okay.
It's okay, Professor Demo. But there's one thing we really want to know, and it's about Monsieur Chargér.
Dimmy said, wow, why is Dimmy being so...
Sherlock Holmesy.
Yeah, like he's usually just a bit shit, but now he's really involved.
Yeah, but he was like that last chapter.
Oh, and it's about Monsieur Chargér, Dimmy said. Okay. Yes, we did, Cheeseman Damo said. Did what? Tom said. The horizontal tango. Cheeseman said, what's that? Lockie said. And the vertical tango. Basically every kind of tango, Cheeseman said. As in you had sex? Michael said. Yes, that's what I meant by horizontal tango and vertical tango and every kind of tango. Every kind of way that you can imagine sex taking place, every kind of way another body could stimulate a man's penis, we did it. We tangoed, Cheeseman said. Well, that's fantastic, but Gemini said, we overheard you talking about a birth certificate, telling him not to speak in the French accent. We can't help but wonder, Derek said. Okay, so they weren't asking about him having sex at all. We fucked.
We assumed they had sex, but Cheeseman's misunderstood.
He's really spelt it out.
Yeah, we had sex. Okay.
We couldn't help but wonder, Derek said. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Well, forget all that stuff about the tango. That was a joke. Well, since it's now sadly died, I guess there's no harm in showing you, Cheeseman began. Ooh. You may have noticed that Monsieur Chargér's French wasn't always very precise. Well, this might explain why. This shouldn't be too hard. I'm going to shower you in memories again, but these ones aren't mine. But once you tango with someone enough, you can shoot their memories as well. Sexpecto Petrocum.
Now, I actually don't mind the logic of that because, like, we've seen that, like, memories can exist inside cum.
Yeah.
And if you're tangoing with someone, there might be a transferal of that.
Yep.
So maybe, you gain some of their memories and that's what's happened.
Wow.
I actually like that.
I know, of course you do. Because you're like, yeah, that makes sense.
That's logical.
I don't know if it is.
I think it's a good system.
I would almost say that, like in Harry Potter, like if he goes in and sees someone's memory, then he can reproduce that by a memory of that memory.
True. Yeah.
Which I guess isn't this, but
yeah. Anyway, I guess doesn't have to make sense.
Gooey white liquid rains down around the boys, like in the earlier chapter where Professor Damo showed his memories of Talia and Jordan Borden's murder.
Okay, so we're in a memory. This feels like, as I said at the end of last week when we read the chapter title, this feels like the Snape and Lily kind of reveal chapter.
Yeah.
This feels very like that.
I like that we're at a stage where we're just skipping over the gooey white liquid raining around the boys. Okay. The boys emerged in a very strange location, in what appeared to be simply a small town in a location they couldn't quite understand.
Okay.
I hate it. No, I like it. It looked quiet, quaint, and tranquil, You really want to get the cues in that sentence, didn't you? A small young girl was standing out in the front of her house. At the window, an adult woman smiled and called for her to come inside as dinner was ready. She smiled and ran in the door into the dining room where her father sat at the head of the table. His words were cloudy in the memory. Okay. Okay. C'est foutos Italiens! Je le déteste tellement! And so that's apparently French, and it has square brackets and translating. Those damn Italians! I hate them so much! The father.
Oh, cool. Can I be the mother?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
So
So it's they're speaking in French, but I guess we're supposed to assume that in the memory there's subtitles that the boys can read.
So the boy, that's true. Those damn Italians, I hate them so much. Okay.
I'm gonna butcher the French to any French speakers. La guerre des sociétés France contre Italie est très effrayante, Adeline. On ne should be a girl's voice. On ne peut pas faire confiance aux Italiens.
The France versus Italy wizarding war is very scary, Adeline. You cannot trust the Italians.
So there's a wizarding war between the French and the Italian.
Wow. I mean, these are...
As an Italian having Italian blood, I'm on Team Italy.
Really? I'm on Team France.
Well, I think you should leave.
Yeah. The young girl, Adeline, looked scared as anti-Italian propaganda played on the radio. Wow.
Wow. This is a radio broadcast. You take it.
Oh, God. Okay. Introduces to les Italiens de France. Ils ont causé assez de problèmes étant portés cachés avec plusieurs Français Richards.
I'm pretty sure...
This is so bad. If anyone can speak French...
Well, I think Amy, official correspondent Amy, does speak French. Because, so please, let us know.
Yeah, official Amy, please let us know how he did.
Maybe if you can voice note what you think the words that should sound like, then we'll play them back to back next week.
Because that one was meant to say, ban all Italians from France. They have caused enough trouble and have possibly had sex with multiple hot French women. The radio broadcast.
Wow.
Wow. I mean, I feel like I've done pretty well with that.
This feels like it should have the music behind it that the Snape and Lily theme has behind it. Yeah, cool. I'm going to do that, maybe.
And like some radio, Cool.
Yeah, I'll spend a bit of time on this one.
The scene shifted quickly in a scurry of goo. A young man, maybe 15, 16, dressed in military-style clothing, hid near the Eiffel Tower. Peeking around.
The most public place you could possibly be. Oh, there's tourists everywhere. Oh, this guy's selling mini Eiffel Towers and magnets for $2.
Hey, who's that over there? His uniform read IWA, the Italian Wizarding Army. I'm loving this.
I like this backstory.
Like we haven't seen a military.
No.
In the
Wizarding
world.
There's a Wizarding Army.
I like that. His name, Winstonio. Wow. Wait, what? Oh my God, don't tell me.
What? Or should we keep reading?
Yeah, maybe we should. As he hid, a young woman, 15, 16, who is very beautiful, well, I wouldn't think so, walked up, because she's 15, 16.
Oh, true, yeah.
Walked up to him. Winstonio was clearly scared and distressed. The war had hurt many people, but the young Italian men were being conscripted and forced to fight. Adeline was the most beautiful woman Winstonio had ever seen. Bonjour, Adeline. Bonjour, Winstonio. Now, for some reason, they're not in quotes.
No.
They are completely separated. It has one line, bonjour, next line, Adeline.
Yes, then space, then bonjour.
Bonjour, next line, Winstonio.
It almost, you know what it reminds me of? Like an old Charlie Chaplin film where there's no dialogue, so instead the dialogue appears on the screen.
Yeah, as it goes to full black screen.
Yeah.
Bonjour. Yeah, great. and you got that,
Yeah. True.
Yeah.
The French music.
yeah.
Yeah.
The two looked in each other's eyes, and it was love at first sight. So this is the first time they meet? Okay. Winstonio abandoned his post in the military. Oh, wow. Instead of fighting, every day he would meet Adeline at the Eiffel Tower. Yeah, again, subtle. They would I love it, though. They would walk around the city, holding hands. He would pick her flowers. She would show her boobs. I mean... Yeah, here's a flower. She goes, oh. He's like, you weren't expecting that.
Just how it works in the real world.
Yep. A flower for a boob flash.
Oh, I picked these daisies for you. Oh.
Well, there you go. And that's life. And that's why what movies and movie culture taught you as a child as well. The fighting slowly began settling down. And the war ended.
Thank God. Just so you know, we're an anti-war podcast.
Yeah. Ceasefire now. Montage scene of Adeline and Winstonio being cute together.
Aww.
Okay.
Or do you want me to be Adeline?
Yeah, why not?
Mes parents ne pourront jamais savoir pour nous, Winstonio Chargér.
And then it says, my parents can never know about us, Winstonio Chargello.
Chargerello.
Oh, Chargerello.
His name is Winstonio.
Winstonio Chargerello. Winstonio Chargerello.
Oh, God.
That's Adeline. Okay. They were lying down together in a grassy field full of daffodils, completely in love. Winstonio had been practicing his French, but he wasn't great. Also, his full name was Winstonio Chargerello.
That's so funny.
Tu dois améliorer ton français.
This is Adeline.
Oh, fuck.
You do it, though.
Okay. Tu dois améliorer ton français, même si la guerre est finie. Ils n'ont toujours parlé italien par ici.
Ichi. It's not
That's
Japanese.
Italian. You must improve your French. Though the war is over, they still don't like Italians around here. That's Adeline. And it's annoying because you've put it all through Google Translate. You just
Yes. Might not be accurate.
So this is Winstonio Chargerello speaking in English, yet he is Italian.
I think you're just supposed to think it's auto-translating.
I would do anything for you, my beautiful...
He does not sound like that. He does not sound like... what's his name? Danny Zuko.
What would he sound like?
I think it's... I would do anything for you, my beautiful Adeline. He's gentle.
Yeah, but it sounded a bit...
I don't
British.
like...
I would do... I would do anything for
funnily
you, my
enough,
beautiful
that
Adeline.
like Brooklyn-style accent you just did, you know who speaks like that? Falco from Lilac Wars.
No,
I'm not
really?
joking. Who hasn't appeared for a while, but he speaks with a Brooklyn accent.
I would do anything for you, my beautiful Adeline.
Yeah, in Lilac Wars, which is that video game, he's like, hey, like if you accidentally shoot him, because you're in a spaceship, you can shoot. If you accidentally shoot him, he goes,
hey, I'm flying here.
He goes, hey, Einstein, I'm on your side. But sometimes he goes, hey, I'm flying here.
Does he?
Yeah.
No, does he really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I'm walking here.
Yeah.
Anyway, I would do anything for you, my beautiful Adeline, said Winstonio Chargerello.
This is interesting.
They couldn't help it. It was like Romeo and Juliet. The two of them were completely entranced in their love affair. And within a few years, Adeline had fallen pregnant. Wow.
It's beautiful.
The scene fogged up again and got gooey until another scene was revealed. Adeline stood in the kitchen, feeding her baby, while Winstonio was at the table, his hands in his head. The radio sounded. Les tensions montent à nouveau alors que les Italiens décident d'attaquer une nouvelle fois la France. Tout Italien trouvé en France sera tout. Tensions are rising again, and the Italians decided to attack France once more. Any Italian found in France will be killed.
Oh, okay,
the
so
radio.
just committing war crimes.
Yeah.
The French are just committing war
Yeah,
crimes.
wow.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if you're just innocent. We're just going to kill any Italian.
Yeah, well, Italians decided to attack France. Okay, yeah. So any Italian found in France will be killed. Okay. Now, just translating the French to English. Oh, now now the book just says, now just translating the French to English without showing you the French.
Okay, well that's good because the French was starting to get tedious both to read and narrate.
Yeah. So, do you want to still read as Adeline, or do you want me?
I'll be Adeline.
Yeah.
Winstonio, I love you more than life. I can't imagine not having you.
Adeline said longingly.
We need you, our baby Winstonina and me.
I feel like every family, and you just put a Nina.
Pianina.
Pianina.
Pianina Jones, Winstonina.
Yeah. Okay. Winstonina. Wow, what a horrible name. And again, this is all in French. Adeline, you're the love of my life.
This is great.
I will do anything to be with you, but if I stay here, they will kill me, Winstonio said. A job has opened up at Hogwarts. I can stay there. I will send money. I will find a way to fix all this. And one day, I will return to you, and we can live in the love forever until the end, because I love you so much that words cannot even describe my love.
Wow. It's a deep love.
The two hugged, cried, and the scene shifted again.
Wow.
Winstonio sat on a train, looking out the window.
Oh, he's on the Hogwarts Express, maybe.
Oh, okay. Oh, and it rapidly shifted again to what appeared to be a Hogwarts staff meeting, which seemed to be Harry just breakdancing on a table while all the other staff watched.
Guys, we've got an important meeting. Whoa, worm.
All doing it like to silence, which is even more awkward. Yeah. And that's how you breakdance, Harry said.
Now, that joke works, I feel like, in a few ways, because you think it's just Harry being Harry and the meeting isn't about this, but then it turns out the meeting is about breakdance.
Yeah.
So that's how you breakdance, guys, and I want to be getting that into all the classes for the kids.
Yeah. We want to be inclusive to breakdancers.
It would have been funny if throughout the book, teachers were randomly breakdancing.
Yeah.
That would have been funny.
I wonder if we were present for this. No, we weren't. No, don't worry. Let's see, Harry said, "Oh, we have a new staff member this year, Monsieur Chargér from France. Say hello to him, everybody."
Oh, hello.
Harry said, with Socky in his hand speaking.
Good to get Socky back, just for a flashback.
The undeniable stare of Cheeseman Damo, looking longingly into the eyes of Monsieur Chargér, who looked identical to the love of his life.
Oh.
Another scene shift. Cheeseman Damo and Monsieur Chargér speaking in a private room. Monsieur Chargér breaking down crying, explaining the truth of his predicament to Cheeseman Damo.
Okay, so can we just confirm? So, we'll just keep going, actually. Don't worry. Sorry, I don't know why I did that.
Oh, I don't know.
So Winstonio Chargér was actually Winstonio Chargerello.
Yeah, I've got some questions.
Okay, but he fell in love with a French woman.
Yep.
But there was a war between France and Italy.
Yep.
And he would have been killed, so he left and has assumed this French identity.
Which doesn't really make sense, because once he is in the UK,
yeah,
why does he have to pretend to be French? They're not at war with the Italians.
That's true. But maybe he's always been Winstonio Chargér in France, but he's worried they'll find out that he is technically Italian, which is why he's trying to get this birth certificate that they keep talking about.
Love that explanation. Okay.
Doesn't sound like you loved it.
Sorry.
It sounded like you hated it.
No, I didn't.
All right. The camera's running out of batteries.
Not surprised.
Unsurprised. This has been a long episode.
Okay. You know, I reckon I could get you a fake birth certificate. It might take a few months, but that way you will have evidence of you being French. You can bring it to France, to Adeline, and live as a family again and be happy. And that's all anyone wants, isn't it? To be in love and to be happy, Cheeseman Damo said. You would do that? You would do that for me? No, you would do that? You'll do that for me? Please, Cheeseman. I'll do anything. Anything. What do you want? Winstonio said. The horizontal tango and the vertical tango. Cheeseman responded nervously. What? Scusi? No, he says, excuse me?
Yeah.
Winstonio said, but he should have said scusi.
You should have said scusi.
Scusi? Squissy. You look nearly identical to a lost love of my life, but I know it's not right, but I would do anything to feel that love one more time, Cheeseman said. I'm sure Adeline would understand. Very well, Winstonia responded, and the pair passionately embraced.
I mean, it is a unprecedented predicament, isn't it? Hey, so I had to have sex with this guy so he could get me a fake birth certificate so I could come back to France and love you.
Well, it is because I really thought Cheeseman and Winstonia were in love. It kind of it seems like it started with Cheeseman kind of exploiting Winstonia, being like, hey, I'll give you the birth certificate, but you gotta fuck me.
Yeah, which is wrong.
It's wrong.
But I feel like...
But he really was like, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I agree that is wrong. And I don't know if I want to get into, like, the discussion
it seems like maybe let's take the view that Winstonia wanted to do it already. And he was like, well, might as well.
Sure. Yeah.
But this is a bisexual character that you've got.
Well, not necessarily, because he's like, I'm happy to do it to get the birth certificate. That doesn't necessarily mean he's like sexually attracted to Cheeseman.
Well, I think he was. Another scene shift. The birth certificate is ready, Winstonia, said Cheeseman, handing the certificate to Winstonia, which now featured his fake name, Monsieur Chargér, birthplace, France somewhere.
That'll get you through.
France somewhere.
Where were you born? France somewhere.
France somewhere.
Checks out.
Yeah. It'd be somewhere, or the Somme. Okay. The boys realised they were standing looking out the window. Okay. And as the boys peered out of the window, they noticed that Winstonia and Cheeseman were watching them walking into the forest.
This is the scene we were there for, I think.
This was the night of the Commentors. And the boys all began to cry when they realised what Monsieur Chargér did for them. By the next day, he could have been on a train back to France, ready to live a life of love with Adeline and his child. I think Mike's about to cry. You really are.
Because he died, and he was accused of being a murderer.
When he was
This is a tragic end. He was always doing the right thing, and he just wanted to go back to his wife and child in France.
You know, I've got a smarter idea.
Yeah.
Why didn't they just all move to the UK? Hey, come with me.
Let's move to Australia.
Let's move somewhere where there's no war.
Yeah.
There's no war over here. Well, they must just love their baguettes.
Yes, and their boulangerie.
We can't live without that. Oh, the camera's died.
Is that it? Oh, no. Our last page.
But instead, he followed the boys in the forest to save them, which led to his death. Monsieur Chargér gave his life for the boys. After all of the struggling and uncertainty, he was finally ready to go home and be with Adeline. And in that moment, the memories vanished. The guru dried up. Professor Damo was waiting for them on the other side. Alas, life can be short. He held up the birth certificate, which was now somewhat scabbard, with some blood on it too.
Oh.
But I'll always hang on to this, to remember Winstonia Chargérello, who died to save us all that night. Thank you, Winstonia.
Okay, but can I just say, Adeline was hurt.
Did say? End of chapter.
He thinks it's like a movie. It's like
Adeline was hot. Yeah.
Wow.
So, end of chappy.
Wow. That is a great backstory.
You know what works well then?
What?
It really makes my read of Winstonia Chargér incredibly accurate because my accent was quite shit.
Yeah.
And it's meant to be.
But
and
also,
so that's good.
Yeah, but also there were times during the reading when we would read words and you'd be like, that's not French.
Yeah.
Happened a fair bit.
It did.
And you're like, because he's not
actually
French.
a bloody Italian.
Sometimes he speaks Italian words.
Oh my God. We should have been seeing him like scoffing down of like, a bit of spaghetti.
Marinara.
Yeah. Ragu.
Ragu. Is ragu Italian?
I don't know.
I don't think ragu is Italian. Oh no, it must be.
You can have ragu with.
But I don't know if the word is Italian, but it could be.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll maybe they wrote about, hey, you know what? Maybe they wrote about the war in the Il Globo.
It always comes back to the Il Globo. The Wizarding Il Globo.
The Globo keeps on spinning.
Does it ever? I like that we create. There's a wizarding war.
Yeah. I mean, that's an interesting but it does feel quite localized between France and Italy.
Yeah, but
That's
there
still
was.
a war.
It was reminded me of Inglourious Bastards. Have you seen Inglourious Bastards?
No.
You haven't seen Inglourious
I don't
Bastards?
think so. Is that a Tarantino film?
Yeah.
Ah, cool.
Yeah, but it's good. And there is a point where they're in Italy. I think they're in Nazi occupied Italy, but they're pretending to be Italian and like, oh, it's just funny.
I should watch it.
You really should. These guys. They're like, I speak the most Italian. You second best, and what's your name? Third best. He's like, I don't speak Italian. He's like I said, third best. And they're in there, and they're like, and he goes in there. He's like, buongiorno. You've got to watch it.
I will.
Even if you just watch that scene.
No, I want to watch the whole movie now.
It's really good.
It's just
it's
long.
Really
Tarantino
good.
films are always long. Get
yeah,
over
but
yourself, Quentin.
Even the first 20 minutes is what's his name? Christopher
Walken? I don't know.
It's really good. Oh, I'm embarrassed I can't.
Look it up.
I know this is the end of the podcast, so people are like, can we
finish the podcast?
Can we finish the bloody podcast here?
What are you actually Googling right now?
Glorious Bastards cast.
You're typing so fast. Okay.
Yeah, Christoph Waltz, not Chris.
Christoph Waltz. Oh, yeah.
I think he won maybe a supporting actor or something for that. Oh, man. You got to watch it. You got to watch it.
Sam dropped his phone. We are out of here. Sam, goodbye. Au revoir.
Ciao.
Ciao.